You just got through watching Raw. Now, it's time for HWR's Raw Reaction.
Hello everyone, welcome to Hardcore Wrestling Radio's Raw Reaction. I am your hardcore host. As always, I have the hardcore crew with me. First, he's the son of a bitch, Andy. Andy, what's up?
How's everybody doing?
And then we have the incomparable Lance Moss over at Lance Moss TV on YouTube.com. Lance, what's going on?
I think WWE Creative raided your stash.
You know, I have to agree, and let's start off with the worst part of the night. And usually we start with the best, but we just gotta get this out. What the fuck is Rock? I swear to God, he spends more time putting himself over than anybody else. Andy, why do they continue to bring this guy, Jabroni, back?
I have no idea. I'm just saying to Lance while we were waiting for you to come back in the call. Anybody think he's the best thing since sliced bread when it comes to wrestling? He's a has-been. He was good in his day, he ain't anymore.
Yeah, and the only reason why he does come back is just to promote movies and push himself over. He does not really put anybody else over. And it's just, enough is enough. Lance, your thoughts?
Okay. WWE, if you're listening, which possibility, okay. Why do they bring back the same damn legends all the damn time? It takes away from their nostalgia factor. My theory is they're the only ones that return their calls.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Now let's go over to the best match of the night. And of course, we saw AJ Styles debut on Raw, and I'm going to say I was shocked. Last night I was even shocked that he, appeared on Royal Rumble, and I was even more shocked that he showed up on Raw, despite the rumors. But you know what, Andy? I'm going to tell you, we have not seen somebody come right from the Indies up to Raw reaction, in quite some time, Andy.
I can't remember I've seen anybody come from another wrestling company and keep every gimmick they've got in the book.
And I think that's something that WWE is starting to do because now they are considered a free agent wrestlers, and that's what, believe it or not, I think CM Punk set the tone.
Yeah.
Who's no longer with the company. And, they have Austin Aries. He's down in NXT, has his name. Same thing with Samoa Joe, had his name. When James Storm was in NXT, he had his name. And they're starting to realize that these people are building their name, and they can't just take it away anymore. So AJ Styles would go on to beat Chris Jericho. AJ Styles tried to hold his hand out, and of course Jericho just walked out. So does this mean it's going to start a feud?
Oh, there's going to be a feud.
You think so?
I think it's going to go on to WrestleMania. I think the fans have wanted to see, because they've always said AJ Styles is the Chris Jericho of TNA, so it's inevitable that they're going to have him having more than one big match, and I think the biggest one's on the biggest stage. Yeah. It's got to happen.
Yeah, and Lance, you are also a big fan of AJ Styles. What was your thoughts when you saw him come out?
Well, being the corny bastard I am,
he peed his pants.
It was phenomenal. Okay,
well,
I figured I would have got more than that, but okay.
Anyway, we had a Divas match, and that was Becky Lynch versus
Ric Flair. Charlotte.
No. As I gather myself out here, it was Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. Now, Sasha was about to get the win until Charlotte comes out and pretty much breaks up the match, attacks both of them, and she pretty much wants to... Yeah, and, Andy, you talked about earlier how she needs to get off the coattails of Ric Flair's coattails, but you know what? You got to really ask yourself, is it the other way around? Is Ric Flair trying to keep the spotlight?
Bit of both. I mean, I don't know how many fans she supposedly got out there in wrestling world, but I've been watching her since she's come in the WWE, followed her through bits and bobs on NXT, and I think she's no more talented than any other girl on the roster. She's where she is because of who she is. Bit like Ted DiBiase Jr.
I will agree with you. Yeah, I will agree with you to a point that she's where she is because of the Ric Flair's. But as on the wrestling level, she is talented. She does have what it takes. And I think if she had came in under her own name, Charlotte, without saying Flair or doing anything else, I think she could get to where she is right now. It might take a little longer, but yeah, the Ric Flair card definitely was a big booster. We went on, and then we had a couple. Kalisto would go against The Miz, and I'm sorry that match went on far too long than it really needed to be. It was a boring-ass fucking match. There was a few other matches that was pretty much just slept through. It was a very ho-hum sort of Raw, with the exception of the big announcements. The AJ came in. We had the main event match, which was Reigns and Ambrose versus Sheamus and Rusev of the League of Nations. Now, Reigns and Ambrose would go on to win, and they even took out the League of Nations after the fact. This is where Stephanie McMahon comes out and announces that there's going to be a three-way match for the #1 contendership for Triple H's title, and it's going to be Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. Andy, your thoughts?
Why, Delilah?
Wow. And I have to say, I think it's going to be an interesting pay-per-view. It's going to be an interesting match to see. So they're already setting the stage for Fastlane and obviously the road to WrestleMania. Lance, your thoughts?
Well, we knew the title shot was going to be on the line somehow at Fastlane. I pretty much figured it was going to be Triple H or Stephanie saying, Roman, you'll get your chance if you can finish thus and such. They put a little bit of a flip on it, so it's alright. Not great, but alright.
Yeah, and again, like I said, tonight's Raw, I think this is one of the fastest Raw reactions we've had because, honestly, there was really nothing to write home about. So, we want to know from you, the HWR fans, what did you think of Raw tonight? Was it great? Did it suck? Was it even worth watching? Please put your comments in the comment section below, and make sure you follow us over on Facebook.com under the group sections under the HWR chat room, where you can get in there, say what you want, how you want to say it, because we are hardcore. Also, take a few seconds and hit that subscribe button. I'd like to thank the hardcore crew for coming on. First, he's the son of a bitch, Andy. Andy, what do you got going on? Where can people find you?
Yeah, I've got nothing going on at this particular moment apart from editing Saturday's video, but you can find me at www.stokehaunted.com. And for those children who are in bed and listening to this podcast, probably on Tuesday or a Wednesday, whenever it goes up, you'll have had a chance when you've come in from school to see The Rock. Tell us what you thought of him.
Oh, jeez. And then over at youtube.com/Lance Moss TV, if I can speak. He is the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, what do you got going on over at Lance Moss TV?
I got album reviews, NASCAR discussion videos, redneck gourmet cooking videos, some equipment reviews, some rants. Started incorporating some cover songs in there. And every Wednesday night, I go live with YouTube with Lance Moss TV and friends. It's 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Pacific. I never know who's going to show up. And hit me up on Twitter. It's @LanceMossTV.
And with that, I want to thank all of you for listening. And, of course, for the hardcore crew, I am your hardcore host, Rickhead, saying, Jesus Christ, the next Raw sucked.
Thank you for listening to this edition of HWR's Raw Reaction. To listen to more podcasts like this, check us out over at youtube.com/HWR show. Until the next time, this is your hardcore host, Rick Head, saying we'll see you when we see you.